Update 1.54 is here for Gran Turismo 7, and yes, we're all excited about the BOP changes that are only coming to the GT3s, the new cars, but in reality the only thing that we're really excited about this new update is
the Cosworth.
The turbo on the early models worked in geological time. And it had the most preposterous wide-boy image. But you tended not to be thinking about that sort of thing as you came out of a little left-right kink and nailed it. This really was the ultimate hot hatchback.
In today's video, we'll be going over all the new cars and some of the updates, and at the end we'll be looking over the BOP changes and seeing how it's affected the cars. But first off, let's talk the cars. Ford Escort RS Cosworth. This is one of the best cars Gran Turismo have ever brought to GT7. I am so happy to see it. I have drove it a lot, and I can tell you it's a very good handling car and well worth the money. The Mercedes-Benz W196R is available in the Legend cars, but you've got to be loaded to buy that thing. It's 20 million. I did get to try it out because it's going to be the Nations race on Saturday and it felt pretty good. The Porsche 911 Turbo S, because we don't have enough Porsche 911s in Gran Turismo 7. I did do a Sophie AI race with it and it felt pretty good. I lost it a couple of times, so it felt like a Porsche. Porsche Mission X electric rubbish, and I can confirm the Porsche Mission X has no brakes. And of course, what everyone's been asking for, the Suzuki Jimny. Oh, I don't need another Suzuki Jimny, okay? No one asked, no one wants it, don't know why it's here. If you are the lucky ones who have a PlayStation 5 Pro, there have been a huge update for that. It's pretty much just the ray tracing, the 8K resolution, and that's why the update was so large. I know a lot of people were thinking we were going to get a new track, but realistically, you seriously thought that was what we were going to get? I unfortunately can't try this out because I don't have a Pro, but I'll try and have a look on YouTube and see if anyone's got any content explaining what is new for PlayStation Pro users. Sophie has now been implemented in Trial Mountain Circuit and Tokyo Express. There have been new events to World Circuits, like Grand Valley Highway 1, the Jimny Cup, Laguna Seca, Porsche Cup, Mount Panorama, and Race of Turbo Sports Cars. The cafe has added an extra menu for the Ferrari collection, and there's a new museum entry of Mitsubishi. There's engine swaps, and I don't care about any of them other than that Volvo 240 engine swap. You know that is happening. We have new wheels and new added items to following brands, and preset decals in the livery editor as well. New scapes of Colorado, and there are new cockpit views for the Mercedes-Benz AMG Vision Gran Turismo and an adjusted ride height the Ferrari 308 GTB 75. Legendary cars have now been revised, or the prices have been revised, but they're still too expensive, and the difficulty level has been adjusted for Fuji Speedway and Super Formula in the World Circuits. Physics have been improved for the hybrids. After they would run out of fuel when driving, the car would then regenerate power when the accelerator was released. That's good. And a couple of fixes to the livery editor. There was a couple of issues with sound, localization, and a couple of other things have been fixed too. Overall, only thing I'm impressed with is the Escort Cosworth. There's nothing really much that stands out to me that I would probably play or want to spend time on. But overall, this game is over 2 years old now and we're still getting updates with new content. So it's not all bad. The Alfa Romeo 4C has seen a PP increase of 1.47, and it's also had a weight reduction of minus 15 kilograms. That's over both mid and high speed. The Aston Martin V12 Vantage has seen changes over both mid and high speed. Mid-range, it's been improved by 1.91 on the PP scale and has had a weight reduction of -21. Over on high speed, its PP has been improved by 3.32. Its max power has been improved by 6 and the weight reduction is -21. The Audi R8 Evo has also seen improvements over mid and high speed, with both improving to 0.48 pp and a weight reduction of -5 kilograms. Both the Endurance and Sport M6 have been nerfed over high speed, both being reduced by -0.25 for the Endurance and -0.26 for the Sport in their PP. They've had 2 kilograms added, meaning that their overall pace will be slightly less. The GT by Citroën has had huge improvements over both mid-speed and high speed, with an improvement of 1.79 pp over mid-speed and a huge improvement of 3.55 over high speed. It's not had any max power for mid-speed, but over high speed it's had an increase of 6 and a weight reduction of -20. The Dodge Viper has also had huge improvements over both mid and high speed, with a PP improvement of 2.98 over mid speed and an improvement of 3.38 over high speed. It's had its max power improved by 7 and a weight reduction of -15 over high speed and -10 over mid speed. The Ferrari 458 has had improvements over both mid-speed and high speed, with a PP improvement of 2.04 in mid-speed and an improvement of 2.50 over high speed. It's had a max power improvement of 6 in both mid and high speed and a weight reduction at high speed of -5. I think this could be the new go-to car. The Ferrari was already really strong and they've just made it even stronger. The Ford GT race car has had improvements over both mid and high speed, with an improvement of 1.04 pp over both and a weight reduction over both of -10 kilograms. The Genesis X has seen an improvement over mid-speed with a PP improvement of 0.20 and a weight reduction of -3. The Honda NSX has seen an improvement in its PP over both mid and high of 1.17 and a max power of 6 over both. However, it has received added weight of 7 kilograms, basically making all of that moot. The Hyundai Genesis has seen an improvement over both mid and high speed, with a PP improvement of 1.46 and a weight reduction of -20 over both. The Jaguar F-Type has had some huge improvements which could make this a real viable option in the GT3 category. It's had improvements over both mid and high speed, with a PP improvement of 2.60, a max power improvement of 6 and a weight reduction of -10 kilograms. The Mazda Atenza has had an improvement of 0.88 over both mid and high speed and has a weight reduction of -12 kilograms. Finally, they've somewhat fixed the McLaren 650S. It's had a PP improvement of 1.50 over both high and mid speed, and it's had a weight reduction of -12 kilograms. No power improvement, which I think could cause it issues, but it should make it a little bit better on the handling. And they've improved the Evo over both mid and high speed, with a PP improvement of 1.50 and a weight reduction of -20 kilograms. And they've given the RCZ a little bit of a boost, with a PP improvement of 1.73 over high speed and 1.29. Its weight has been reduced by -12 kilograms in mid speed and by -15 kilograms over high speed. And what did the Subaru BRZ do to PD? They've taken a PP reduction over mid-speed of -0.24, although they have had a max power improvement of 5 over both mid and high speed. However, they've put a massive 19 kilograms on its weight over mid-speed and 8 kilograms over high speed. That will massively affect it over mid-speeds, but should be okay in the high speeds. Whilst the WRX has actually been improved, its PP has improved by 1.09 over both mid and high speed. It's had a max power improvement of 6 and a weight reduction of -10 kilograms over both mid and high speed. And one of the worst handling cars, in my personal opinion, of the GT3s is the Suzuki VGT. Now, they've improved this by 2.46 PP in both mid and high speeds. It's had a max power improvement of 6 and a weight reduction of -10. So you never know, this car might handle slightly like a car. And they've nerfed the GR Supra, but only over high speeds. They've minus the PP by 3.35, reduced the max power by 6 and added 11 kilograms in weight. And for all of you Beetle lovers, they have really done huge improvements, especially over high speed. Mid-speed, its PP hasn't been improved by 1.92 and has had a weight reduction by -20 kilograms. And over high speed, its PP has been improved by 3.51. It's had a max power increase of 6 and a weight reduction of -20. Now, whilst it probably won't be beating all the big wigs, it certainly will be a challenger. So overall, not massive improvements in BOP. I would have really liked to have seen some improvements in the GR1s and really in the GT4s because the Lamborghini is on a different planet. They've pretty much brought back all of the older cars, and yes, there are older cars than the old cars that are already in GT7, but they've brought them more to the front with the hope of maybe that they'll get used a little bit more. However, I genuinely feel that they should have nerfed the Supra a little bit more. It is still a little bit OP. They didn't touch the Porsche, which I was a little bit shocked with. It's not OP, but I did think whilst they were doing so many changes, they would look at the Porsche. But I'll definitely be trying out the other cars, and I'll also be looking at basic setups with them. It's just this week on daily races, we don't have a BOP race, particularly on GT3s, so hopefully next week the track will be a better way of us seeing how the setups may have improved over the balance of performance update.